What's up, guys? We're gonna hop into this. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you some of the things that I wish I knew when I first started trading crypto and just investing in crypto, because there are a few things that will help you early on. Even if you're not going to trade, just learning some of these basic rules will help guide you and give you some clarity in what you're doing, because I used to be the guy that used to buy at the top, or like we're going up, I'm seeing it go up 30%, 20%, and I would just buy in at, blindly instead of waiting for pullbacks and stuff. Anyways, in this video, I would just go over some of the basic stuff that you should know. You don't end up like this guy. What you want to do is you want to download TradingView. You can have it on your mobile device, but honestly, I would say desktop, you'll just get a better experience using it. We're going to start with the basics. There's two types of candles. Okay, there's bearish candle and bullish candle. And these candles have a body, as you can see right here. This represents the body of the candle, okay? Let's say we open right here, and you see how it wicked up there? So that means the price went up to and reached the top there, and then it went back down. Those wicks, see how you have them on the bottom and the top? Those are just showing how far the price went to. Price went up, price went down, price went back up, and it closed right here. And whenever a candle closes, another one will open right at the closing line of the previous candle. A red candle means that it closed below its opening point, and vice versa for the green candle. We opened right here, and see, we wicked down, and then we went up, we went down, and then we closed here. And there can be a lot of up and down within this candle. It just depends on our highest, our lowest price, and where we open and closed. Pretty basic, but yeah, what you just gonna want to know is body and wicks and just wherever you close and open, but you can determine that by the color. Okay, once you understand the candles, you can actually start drawing trend lines. And trend lines, what I like to do is whenever you're drawing a trend line, you're going to want to connect as much bodies as possible, not the wicks. You could disregard the wicks, but you just connect the body. And what that will tell you is we're on an uptrend. Even if we come down right here, see, as long as we're continuing this path forward, upward, then we're still in an uptrend. And the higher time frames, it becomes more secure, where these actually start working a little bit better. Here, let me go ahead and we'll just kind of delete all this. Okay, and what I mean by time frames is up here, you'll see all these time frames here. What these represent is each candle is this time frame. If I go to the 5 minute, each candle is 5 minutes. And same thing with the 15. Now each candle is 15 minutes. The time frames that you want to stick with just at a beginner, really, I mean, if you're trading, you're going to need like the 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. But really, if you're just trying to determine if we're on an uptrend or just kind of where we're at in the market, you're going to want to look at the higher, like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. You can even do weekly, and that'll really give you an idea. Because when in doubt, zoom out. You might think, oh, we're going down, we're on a downtrend, but really when you zoom out and see, look at this, on the weekly. Look, we've been on an uptrend, honestly, since Bitcoin started. But see, this uptrend kind of, started slowing down. See, so this uptrend, and see how all these bodies are connecting? And you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a science. It doesn't have to, like, exactly touch. I mean, these can be skewed a little bit. They're more subjective, but just, I'd focus on the bodies. Sometimes you'll have one body that goes down, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be a science. These aren't just rules. These are just, everyone else is kind of going off of this. Sometimes it cascades and everyone follows these rules. Look at this here. This trend line we got going. Pretty much started over here back in 2017. Boom, 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 boom. See? And even if we were just touching here and we still had this go, you would see that touch. And if you had this, actually, you could have called the bottom right there. That was perfect. Yeah. Let's say we bottom it out now. Everyone wants to sell their Bitcoin. Really? We would still be on an uptrend even if we drop down to 36,000 right now. The longer we continue, see how we'll never reach those levels again. That's how you draw trends. So, like bearish trends, watch here. So, see, we'll just kind of connect these two. Okay. And you see there, we were on a downtrend. See, so this is where it was starting to peak off. And this is where people didn't know, are we going to go down? But really, see, we're kind of getting to that. This is called the apex point when you have two trend lines meeting. That's the apex point. And then, see, we broke that trend. So this trend is no longer valid after you break it. Sometimes you'll break out of it. You'll come back down. You'll test it. If you test it as support here, and then you bounce back up, that's great because now you're using that resistance as support. The last thing is sometimes there are evolving trends off of this trend. There'll be like even a higher angled trend. We're working off this higher trend right here. Even if we continue to go up, see, even if we break this, yeah, we'll probably be on a downtrend, but until we hit that. And then we just continue and continue. See, and there's probably even another evolving trend off this. If you go to the smaller time frames, see how we got that one. And see when you go to the smaller time frames now how it doesn't look steep. But yeah, your lines will go through they'll go through bodies of candles on different time frames. So sometimes you just want to, what I will do, I'll actually turn this bigger. Just I know it's like this one was from the daily time frame. That's that for trend lines. And the point of trend lines is just determining market direction, okay? That way you're not freaking out if we're, went down 2%. If we're still in that uptrend, then that's fine. Those are the significant points that you don't want us to break. If we break a trend and we go down, that's when you typically, want to either have a buying opportunity or taking profits. Okay, now that we understand trends, you understand candles. Oh, you know what? Before we move on, keep this on. It's logarithmic. Anyways, yeah, keep that L on right there. That's going to give you make your trend lines just more accurate, okay? Because whenever you have that off, see how the trend line goes through there? Because when you don't have that on, it tries to fit everything on the screen, okay? So just keep the L on. You'll have better success with your trend lines. Okay, let's moving on. Now, the third thing is market structure. Market structure is king in just understanding market structure, I guess. Understanding, where we're going and all that. You have your trend. See here, we got this bullish trend going up. And what market structure is, this is just textbook here. This isn't how it's going to look, but you're going to have in a bullish, you'll have a higher high, a higher low. See how that's, because we're still moving up. And then a higher high, because we broke our previous higher high. And then a higher low. See, we don't want to go past our previous higher low, okay? We want to continue this up, pullback, higher high, higher low, higher high, and that's a break of structure. And opposite for bearish, so you're going to have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and you're breaking those structures every time. In reality, it's not just going to be up, pullback, because if it was, it would be very easy to make money. In reality, what happens is you get a higher high, higher low, higher high, and then all this other stuff in here is called internal, okay? This is all internal market structure. You want to, anything internal is staying within the box. We're staying right here off this higher low. Anything inside that is internal. And there's even fractional that's inside internal. And the lower time frames you go, you'll have more internal inside of internal. To keep it simple, that's how it's going to be. You're going to have a little bit of market structure inside of your market structure. Same thing. Lower low, lower high, lower low, and you're going to have all your internal, and that's how that's going to look. That's market structure, okay? And whenever you're continuing on your trend, see here how we were expecting our pullback and then continuing going up. We didn't. We actually broke this higher low, which technically is called a change of character or a trend change. Okay, now it was higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high. Now that indicates and tells us that we're switching our trend. A change of character switches from bullish to bearish, bearish to bullish, okay? And this is sort of how it'll look inside. And this is, people trade off this strategy like this, where they got a lower high, or a lower low, lower high, and then it's going down. See, and they'll look for some internal or lower time frame for a tiny change of character inside of the internal, because that's telling you at that point, now we're starting to move up. We're doing that pullback. See, you're doing that pullback with inside of here. This is still internal. And then see, you wait for that change of character. You see how we're going up. See, but we never broke above here. And now we continue down, change of character, and then down. And we break that. See, this is still a downtrend. You got your pullback, but you're going to have all this inside. That's basic market structure. Honestly, it's never going to look like that. It's going to look something like this, where, you'll have your, there we go. And see how we went up here? See, you kind of want to, this is kind of subjective, because, like, let's say if we didn't have these candles, you could kind of look at here and be like, okay, pullback, oh, a change of character, but that's, you want to wait for like a 2 or a 3 candle pullback. But it's sort of subjective. When I first started this, I would just focus on counting all the candles, and I would spend way too much time with market structure. Just, play around with it. It's subjective, but you just want to overall know the trend, okay? And that's it's going to tell you. See here? High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. See, we broke that point. Okay, and if you guys are interested in trading, I have some referral links and we'll go ahead and play them right here. Before we dive in, I want to take a moment to thank Blowfin for sponsoring this video. And if you're interested in trading crypto, Blowfin has partnered with me to offer you 20% off your trading fees. And that's a great way to save money while making the most out of your trades. Just use my referral link code EXPLORE20 when you sign up and start trading smarter today. Check out the link in the description below. And if you're looking to learn how to trade, you can also sign up for Fanova in the referral link in the description. It'll not only help you grow as a trader, but also support the channel. And for that, I thank you deeply. Now let's get right back into it. Okay, now that you guys signed up with the referral link, you guys know how to trade, you guys are all good, go out there and put 100x leverage. Just kidding, don't do that. Do not use your leverage like that when you learn trade, when you're starting out trading, okay? And all this stuff on this channel is not financial advice. I just want to be a guide to show you what I've learned, okay? And I'm not here saying that I'm some profitable trader and I'm sitting up in a mansion or anything like that. I just want to share my experience and share the knowledge that I've learned. So, okay, going to this, and shout out to Kyle who made this diagram for the group. What we have here is there are structural patterns with market structure. We have double tops, double bottoms, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, and these are all reversal pattern. And then you have continuation patterns that continue back up. And then you have bilateral patterns where it can go either way. It's usually squeezing at the apex. That's pretty much that, and you can actually find these everywhere. We'll go back into the charts, and you know what? Here, let's just go ahead. Let's do this. We're gonna go ahead. Look at this. What do you see here? This sort of looks like a double top. You see that? And this kind of looks like a inverse head and shoulders. Let's do this. I'm gonna just pull some market structure. You know what? It would be like this, Here, let's do a little bit of this. See, then all this would be internal. You know what? Here, actually, I don't like this. I don't like what's going on. Let's do this. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's zoom in. Stretch this out a bit bigger. Okay. Here we go. So let's just I'll show you how to pull some market structure. Okay. Start at the highest point or the lowest point of anywhere. Start here. Go up. Okay. Now see. We want to break this point, okay? And you want to break it with the body of your candle. When you break that point, where's our lowest point? Right here, okay? We broke, and then we have a good pullback. See that? We're going to break right here. See, and then, see, we probably could have just did up here, but see. And that wicked. That didn't actually, see how the body didn't break? I mean, this is why it's kind of subjective. See, we got kind of this. Okay, now we got a break. You see that right there? Now, you got a break. And really, most of this is just for trading, but if you're looking at it on a bigger scale, if you're really just going for day, like holding long term, just go ahead and just do this. Go on the daily. Then you just pull your market structure. That way you can just kind of see, what key levels, like, let's say we were pulling, and then we were pulling from here. We got down. That means everything in this block, we're waiting for a break. Either we're waiting for a break down here, break up here. And you see how that broke? Just broke. We just broke, and we've been in here since July 30th. This is all internal. And then we broke. Now we can actually even come all the way down here before we break this again, you know. Anyways, that's pretty much market structure. Just kind of tells you key levels, you know, that we need to break. Kind of like this right here. This was our all-time high, you know, and see, we just broke that. So that is great. And whenever you break out of these ranges, these are ranges, okay? And you'll see here, we're just we've been range bound for a couple months. Once you break out of those ranges, kind of like this, see, we're ranging, boom, broke out of it. See, we didn't go below this part down here. That was our lowest part. We ended up breaking that. And then, see, you typically range for a while. It just depends on, see how we almost did, but we didn't close below it. Plus, you had this trend line as your support, and then we broke out of that. That's pretty much that, you know, just kind of play around with some of that stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. But the important part about all this is it's subjective. Don't, avoid overanalyzing everything, okay? Because you'll get analysis paralysis where you're just looking at way too much stuff that you don't need to be doing. If you're not a big trader or anything, and really you don't need anything if it's not serving you. Go ahead and delete anything that's not serving you, okay? And just focus on sticking to the basics and patience. Patience in the market will definitely beat anything throughout time. We're definitely on an uptrend, and other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the basics. So yeah, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. But other than that, clear skies and have a good one.